Today I'll be showing you a tutorial in order to make a exploded drawing from your final assembly, and then what we can do is we can add these balloons and create a JPEG image to add to our folio. Then we can annotate this image to allow us to basically act like an IKEA assembly manual by informing us on where we're going to put our adhesive, some little bits of information, and then also a step-by-step guide on how it gets put together. So the way it starts is if I go into Parallels, you can see I have my final assembly here. So what we need to do is we need to explode these parts in line and have it so it's all spaced out nice and neatly. So to do that, all I'm going to do is, instead of when you're assembling it you're making constraints, we're just going to adjust them. So what I can do is I can click on our first part, you can go Edit Definition, and you can see the constraint that we want to focus on is the two faces that connect each other. So that's the one I'm on now. I'll go Distant, and I'll change that to 25 and hit Enter. And then if I hit OK, it'll regenerate. And if I go into our default orientation, okay, you can see that it's not quite in space. Alright, we want some space in between the two parts. So what we'll do is we'll go back to this body. We'll find it on our little list. There we go, Edit Definition. And we'll just change that to 30. Okay, now you can see we've got some gaps. That's what we're after. So again, I'll go into the next layer, Edit Definition. This time we want it to be a little bit, the gap a little bit larger, purely because we've got that USB that sits in the middle there. So I'll go 50 and hit OK. And then we'll know our USB, Edit Definition. We will change that to a distance. Again, that is going to be a distance of, let's just say 25. Got some spacing all in the middle there. And finally our Ford logo, we'll edit that definition. Sorry. Edit the definition, change that coincident to a distance, and again that distance is just going to be 25. Nice and neat. Okay, so now if I go to my default orientation, you can see that everything's in line and there's still just little spaces in between. Oh, we got one more that I forgot to do, so we'll just go body. No, don't want a reference, I want to edit the definition. Change that distance, 25, and hit OK. Change that to 30. Okay, so now we've got everything all set up. The next tutorial will then go through the drawing process and getting that up to a stage that we can create a JPEG.